I did like adult things today, like worried about bank times and current accounts, and to be honest, it was all a bit much. So I had to come talk to you about a book, or else I will lose the very essence of my young soul and rot away into the world of mortgages and sadness. Dear with everyone, welcome back to my sitting room. My name is Diesel, and you are as always most welcome. Today we're going to be talking about a book, and that book is Ruined by Amy Tintera. She wrote the Reboot series, if you are so inclined to have read that. I don't remember what the second one of that cost. How many of those were there? Don't know, don't remember, didn't finish the series. Let's just get to Ruined. So, what's it all about? Well, the book is set between two lands, Lyra and Runa. Let's go for that. And our main character, Emelina, is from Runa. I believe she's a princess. I think she is. It's been a while since I read this, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she was. She was a princess. Don't quote me on that. The people from Runa are called the Ruined, and they have magical special powers, and you know who has magical special powers by the fact that they've got markings on their body. The more markings you have, the more of a powerful Ruined you are. Unfortunately for even though she is a princess of the royal family of this land, she actually has no markings because she has no powers whatsoever. And also she has just witnessed the murder of her parents and the kidnapping of her sister. So powerless and alone. Great! But those who have nothing to lose have all to gain, and driven by a really angry revenge plot, sets off into a really super dangerous journey to the enemy kingdom of Lyra, who are the people who've probably killed her parents. Somewhere within the borders of Lyra, she really hopes to find her sister, who's Olivia, who has been kidnapped, but in order to find her, has to infiltrate the royal family of Lyra because she suspects that they have something to do with it. And the only way she can think to do that is to pretend to be their prince's betrothed and marry him. So, you know, plan. Luckily for though, Prince Casimir doesn't live in a world where you can send a quick selfie to your betrothed, so the royal family of Lyra have actually never seen his betrothed, which is good because murders her and takes her place. Which brings a whole new batch of problems like don't get caught or you'll be executed on the spot. You are the enemy family and have killed his would-be wife. And you know, you're the enemy family. But however, this is YA, so there is a bit of, as her heart softens when she gets to know him, is her whole mission in jeopardy, yada yada yada. Let's just get to the top. Now, I'm gonna admit, it has been a while since I read this book, so the only thing that I can really remember is I didn't really like it. I didn't hate it, but it just wasn't spectacular. The start of the book, you're right into the action. It's super good. You're like, it's a cracker of an opener. But there was just things about it that put me off. It has a bit of a fantasy element with the whole Ruined thing again. So I didn't really connect with it. As you know, fantasy, not really my thing. Characters are kind of introduced in like really quick succession, so you never really... Personally, I didn't come to grips with a lot of those characters then because they were just thrown at you and there's no time to really get to know them. Overall, I felt the whole story was quite rushed and a lot of it therefore doesn't make sense because it's kind of, again, just being thrown at you. There are moments in it that are supposed to be super heart-wrenching and you're meant to be really like stricken for the characters involved. But before this all comes to pass, the main character has already kind of told you things that make you not care about what's happening. I think that was the downfall actually for a bit of this story, is there's a lot of like climaxes as you go along, lots of bumps in the adventure road. But because the character has kind of told us details of her personal life, like nearly right at the beginning, by the time these like moments come along, you're just like, yeah, I don't really care because you've already told me that you don't care either. Like, relationships are not formed because you're just like, well, if you don't care, why should I? Yeah, I don't know, the ending also for me was a bit cliche. I obviously can't tell you what the ending was, but the way the characters developed at the end was just kind of like, ugh. Casimir's relationship with his mother and his cousin also a bit Cinderella-y, evil stepsister type thing for me. I didn't love it. Yeah, overall, I didn't hate it. It wasn't like, woohoo, can't wait to read the next part of this, which unfortunately was the same for me with Amy Tintera's reboot series. I kind of got the, like, yeah, and then dropped off right at the end, and I didn't continue on. That was the simplest review ever. Would I recommend it? No, not really. I think there's better books out there. Will I continue on with the series? No, I won't. But if it's something that appeals to you, or you liked the reboot series, you liked Amy's writing, heck yeah, go for it. But it's not, to me, it didn't live up to the hype that's being thrown at it. Cool? Cool. Yeah. Although, I will say, there's a character in it that I can't remember his name, but he's one of he's like M's soldier. He made it all worthwhile because he was funny. That's it. If I did a script for these things, maybe they'd make more sense. But no, I just sit down at 1 o'clock in the morning and story of my life. Until next time, slán.